Leadership gets tested when things go sideways. I think it was Martin Luther King who said, the true mark of a leader is not how they show up in times of ease, but how they show up in times of struggle and challenge. I'm paraphrasing. So, how do you show up when emotions start getting hot, or when there are clearly misunderstandings, but you can't figure out what they are, or when credit gets diverted to other places, or there's a communication breakdown? How do you show up? And especially, what if you don't have the title, but you're still in those situations, right? So temptation can be that you shrink or you disengage or go quiet because it's not your place. But that's where you can actually groom leadership, self-leadership, if you will, but also leadership in your workplace or in any group. And those are the moments where your quiet influence can have the biggest impact. Leadership in these situations is not about winning. It's about actually stabilizing the moment. You can ask yourself, how can I manage conflict with calm? Even if you feel activated, take a breath. I use the acronym POP. Pause, observe, proceed. So that's how you can manage conflict with calm. Or maybe it's to listen, or maybe it's to ask questions, or maybe it's to reflect back what you hear somebody else saying. So find out how you can manage conflict with calm. Another way that you can lead in such situations is know when to speak up and how to do it without escalating. So a lot of times I'll say, so what I hear going on here is, so I become a verbal observer. I'm noticing this and keeping it factual. I'm noticing that. And people then when they start hearing facts of what's going on, it brings down the temperature and the volume. And then you can also consider and practice how vulnerability and understanding one another is not weakness. It's incredible strength. And it's actually a very powerful leadership tool to be able to say, hey, I'm just as confused as you are, but we're going to work this out.